welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get right into the weekly reading for the sign of Cancer. This is going to be for February 15th to the 21st. And let's get right into it. We're going to pull out your 3 Love Oracle cards from the Island Time Wellness Company Oracle deck. And this is your general outlook. So we're going to pull out your animal spirits and your general spreads. Now, for those of you who would like to check out your weekly love outlooks, those are for my members. And if you want to check out becoming a member to my channel, you can always do that. One tier of my member, the lowest tier, which is the 99-cent tier, the coin members, you get a shout out on my videos. You get access to all my videos as soon as they're uploaded, and custom emojis and badges. And then if you go to the next tier up, which is a cup tier, for $4.99, you get access to those weekly love outlooks for your sign. All right, so it's just a way for us to interact, for me to give you more specialized readings, and for you to have a vehicle to sort of support my channel, right? All right, guys, so let's get into it. Ascending for Cancer. We have the Hammer. Hammer is an interesting oracle card. I'm going to get into it. And then we have Not Today. Not today, you won't. I love this card. Ascending, of course, it's talking about getting over obstacles, learning, expansion, becoming more than you are, right? Now, the Hammer is interesting because the Hammer is an energy that can either rebuild or tear apart. You know, the Hammer is very persistent. It's the energy of just simply being extremely persistent. But whether it is for, you know, growth and expansion and working on things until they work out, or if it is sort of to just tear something down or sabotage something, right? Now, today, Not Today, talks about just not dealing, right? We're talking about not today. I'm not going to put up with it today. I'm not going to listen. You know, I'm not going to pay attention. I'm not going to put, you know, I'm not going to buy into what you're doing. Or it could certainly indicate a feeling of, look, I'm not ready to talk to you. I'm still mad at you. So today is not today. Today is not the day to talk. Today is not the day to have that conversation, right? I'm still hurt, or I'm still angry, or I'm just generally pissed off with having to put up with you. So today, I'm not going to do it, you know? All right, I'm sorry, Cancer. Just finished the Gemini reading. Cancer, let's pull out your animal spirits for this coming week. The Hummingbird, Air Energy, the Gazelle, Fire Energy. Beautiful. And we have the Elk, Earth Energies, the card for the Father. Oh, there we go. They're starting to make noise outside my building again. All right, let's get right into it. The Nightingale is air energy and really talks about having that beautiful singing voice, right? The Nightingale is, the spirit of the Nightingale is there, obviously, with all singers, orators, people who do public speaking or motivational speaking. This is when you have this feeling of wanting to express yourself, right? But wanting to express yourself or express a feeling in a way that you make other people feel also, right? So it's expressing sort of an emotion, right? Expressing something very important to you and doing it in such a way that you can connect with others. Now, the Gazelle is fire energy, and the Gazelle talks about sort of grace in motion, right? Beautiful, beautiful animal, but always on the move, right? And the Gazelle talks about being hyper vigilant, being very, very careful, watching out for dangers, right? Watching out for predators, right? And so the Gazelle, the spirit of the Gazelle is a spirit of right now just watching your back, you know, being careful, being cautious, being vigilant, being alert, not taking things for granted. You know, something is fishy, it's fishy. You know, if something gives you a bad feeling, or if you see signs of trouble, then pay attention to that, right? Now, the elk is earth energy, and this is, of course, the card in the deck for the father, just as the deer is the card for the mother. It's a strong masculine energy. He's the leader. He's the one who takes care of the family. He's the one who sort of gets out and gets the work done. Very strong, earthy energy. He's the king, and his antlers are sort of symbolic of the wisdom, the many roads that he's had to take, the wisdom that he's acquired to be at the head of the family. The one thing, though, with the elk is that he can be quite arrogant sometimes and a little bit domineering. So just be careful. Sometimes the elk animal spirit will come up when we are dealing with father issues, right? When we're dealing with authority, male authority issues, right? Then the spirit of the elk is there to a certain degree, right? Or if you've become a new father, if you're taking that role in your family, then the spirit of the elk is there. So, Cancer, let me get your spread out. I'm going to see what you may or may not be going through this week. February 15th to the 21st. Nine of Pentacles, Three of Swords, and Four of Pentacles. So some of you coming into this week feeling good. You're generally feeling good. You're at a high level with your career. You're making a lot of money. Nine of Pentacles is someone who is extremely sort of successful, someone who highly ambitious, right? Someone who's really mastered their talents, or they're a master in their field, right? And the rewards have definitely started to come in, but the rewards that you are sort of enjoying are the rewards of really hard work. This is not somebody who just won the lottery or the Publishers Clearinghouse. Somebody made a comment once before in one of my videos about, I was talking about abundance, and they were like, oh, well, I guess the Publishers Clearinghouse is going to knock on my door. When I talk about abundance and rewards, I am never talking about the lottery, okay? I am never talking about sort of, a pile of money that sort of by some miracle falls in your lap. I'm talking about abundance and money that comes to you because of the work you've done, right? The abundance and the blessings that the universe brings you because of what you've put out there, because of your intention, right? I don't read for numbers, if you're looking for lottery numbers, I'm not your channel. So this is what the Nine of Pentacles talks about. It talks about rewards that come in because of hard work, not just sitting around and wishing for it. And so this is who you are. You're coming into this week with this strong energy, Cancer, but you're met with the Three of Swords, which is someone has really broken your loyalty or your trust. Now, again, this is another card that is sort of interpreted as third-party energy. And it's really interesting to me how many times readers will interpret cards as third-party energy. It almost seems to me that everybody has third-party energy on the brain, cheating. They're stepping out. Three of Swords has nothing to do with that. Third party, somebody cheating on you technically is a very gross example of what the Three of Swords is all about. In fact, the Three of Swords is not a cup card, it's a swords card. And swords are all about the mind and communication. And what has happened here with the Three of Swords is very specific. Usually it is a situation where a certain level of trust and bonding has been established, but somebody breaks it. And it's very, very painful because trust was already there. A bond was already there. It's not sort of like, if you're dating somebody, you find out they're dating somebody else. There's no real bond or trust that's been established. Here we're talking about a real relationship that has been established in that way, and someone sort of just breaks the bond. They either lie to you, they trick you, they tell you one thing and act another way. Now, cheating on you is a very, like I said, it's a grossly oversimplified example of that. But at the heart of cheating is lies. That's the heart of it. That's the essence of it. It really doesn't really matter who you're cheating with or, who the third party. The third party is irrelevant. The point is that this person has broken the trust. And this is why this is such a volatile card, because in the end, it's not even so much that a relationship has been broken, but that somebody has really sort of played you, you know, or played on your intelligence, or we oftentimes feel like we've been tricked or duped in this situation. It feels like a real sense of betrayal, and that's why it hurts. Somebody has done this to you, and you're going to come across this week. And this is going to be, I think, in the area of your business or your career. And it's going to be someone that you've established a trusting bond with, a friend or a colleague. And they're going to be stabbing you in the back, or you're going to be finding out that they've lied in some way. And you're going to round off the week really worried about your career. And it's quite interesting because whatever this union was, and the distrust that has come in, or the, I want to say, the lies that have been perpetrated here, it's something to do with a working relationship that probably there was a lot of fondness there. You may have been very close friends. But as a result now of them breaking that bond, you are now worried, very much, not worried, but sort of definitely feeling like your finances may be threatened. Could be something that they've done in your business, something that they've done on the job that somehow threatens your job, right? And it definitely feels like a real sense of betrayal. And I'm going to say, watch out. The spirit of the gazelle is here in the sense that be very careful, be very vigilant this week. Watch out for people who seek to sort of derail you, or who seek to cheat you, or seek to lie to you in some way or another, especially in the area of your work or your business. Page of Cups, Hermit energy, and a Ten of Cups. So the Page of Cups is interesting because you're coming into this week overcoming the fear of wanting to tell somebody that you care. Pages are all about overcoming fear. They're also always associated with earth energy. And so this is a very practical kind of step that you're taking to let somebody know you love them. You know, let somebody know you care about them. You know, your initial fears of being sort of rebuffed or ridiculed, or sort of, dejected, or I want to say, or sent away in some way, that somebody hasn't sort of, meeting you head on, right? Meeting you halfway, rejected, your advances or your feelings are being rejected. All of that you've kind of come over, you've kind of gotten over that. You're summoning all your courage. You're handing somebody your cup of love this week. You come into Hermit energy, which is quite interesting, because you round off the week with a Ten of Cups, and there's a real happiness there. There's a real contentment. It's almost as if this, this step that you've made to go out and to sort of let somebody know how you feel, could be the spirit of the nightingale is definitely there in terms of expressing some deep emotions. I think the person that you're dealing with is probably somebody who is very, very independent, very sort of private, very off to themselves. And I'm not going to say necessarily a loner, but certainly somebody who walks a very sort of individual path, a very solitary path, yet you're interested in them. I feel like you're very much interested in them, and you're going to be pleasantly surprised with what you get back, because I think that they come back to you in kind. It almost feels as though you have a crush on the quiet one in the corner, and then you let them know that you have a crush, and suddenly you find out that the quiet one in the corner has a crush on you too, only that they've been very quiet about it. They haven't wanted to say anything. It can also be a feeling of really sort of, this person could be a very spiritual person, right? Excuse me. And you moving towards them, part of your desire to be closer to them could be this energy or spirituality that they're emitting. In any case, this Hermit character is very, very interesting, I think, to you, Cancer. They're very sort of an enigma in a lot of ways, but nevertheless, you overcome your fear to approach them. And like I say, it turns into a Ten of Cups, because you're like, wow, it turns out very, very nice. It turns out that you two are very, very compatible. Ace of Wands, Page of Pentacles, and Two of Swords. So some of you are coming into this week with an Ace of Wands energy. A new project or passion has really taken you up. Now, sometimes I talk about Ace of Wands being a physical attraction, because it is the phallic symbol in the deck. But I think here we're talking about, Cancer, you picking up a new, highly creative sort of passion or project that has gotten your attention, right? And so this week you're coming in really gung-ho about it, but yet you're met with a Page of Pentacles energy, which is all about having to be very practical, right? So I feel like on the one hand, Cancer, you are feeling like you want to go down this new path, certainly a new path. Follow your heart, follow this new passion that you have. But yet at the same time, there's another side of your life that requires you to be there and to be practical and to be on time and to, to be very sort of, I want to say day-to-day nitty-gritty work, just get the work done. And they're at odds with each other, right? I think the one is a very sort of practical side of your life that is your day-to-day life, and the other is what you would wish to sort of follow. And by the end of the week, you have a Two of Swords, which is a feeling of having to make a decision between the two, and you simply cannot, right? You love this work that you have here with the Page of Pentacles. And you love this new passion. And I feel it's almost like somebody who might be like, say for instance, all your life you've been sort of a handyman or a worker or somebody who comes and fixes things or something like that, a real sort of labor of love type of person. And all of a sudden you found this passion for something highly, highly creative that's very, very new and outside your wheelhouse. And it's like, yeah, you want to have both lives. You want to have both paths, but you can't make a decision. Two of Swords is an impossible decision. One thing with the Two of Swords, though, is that it is all about finding a balance. And whenever you have a decision between two lives or two paths in your life, and you simply can't choose one over the other because both of them are that important to you, then there is always a third decision. And the third decision is the best way for you. Things are not binary like that, We forced this world into a binary system, but it isn't necessarily like that. And so, there's always the road of compromise. There's always the road of balance between two options. There's always a different road that is more specified to what you truly need rather than just sort of the white or black road, And in this way, I think by the end of the week, you're going to be definitely thinking about sort of how you can integrate both sides of your life here, because this new passionate avenue that's opened up for you is really important to you, and it's something that you're just not going to give up. But it feels to me like this other side of you, the Page of Pentacles, the very practical work that you have to do on a day-to-day basis is also necessary. It's necessary for you to eat. It's necessary for you to keep up your financial stability. So there's definitely a way to have both in your life. All right, Cancer, this is your reading, February 15th to the 21st. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, subscribe, and share, and all that good stuff. If you want to have a deeper interaction with me and my channel, go ahead and check out the membership section and the perks that come along with that. It's a great way for you to show your appreciation for my channel and for me to also give you extra videos, extra content, and extra time, right? But for right now, guys, Cancer, have a wonderful week, and I shall see you next week for your weekly general outlook. Bye-bye now.